get started. And well, before I start, actually, let me just quickly do something. I'm gonna put this over here. Script to this. Okay. All right. So, all right. Cool. So today we'll. Well. Yes, before we actually start, there are some updates to what I've been working on. Most of the enemies have been added. I'm gonna work on the sort of final one, at least for the first batch of enemies. And I also started working on a world simulation feature. So we're gonna kind of wrap it up too. Well, not wrap it up, but I finished some interactions and then we'll finish the enemy. And yeah, I guess that's kind of the mission for today. And so this is kind of the world thing that we can do, like we can set everything on fire. But yeah, I guess before we do that, we might as well wrap up the enemy, right? Is this enemy a prefab? No. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go back to the scene. Let's see here. And we'll wrap it up this enemy. So this is the enemy that launches his fist at you. So I worked on some animations and some effects too. So I'll kind of do like a sort of a list of things to do. Let me open up my board to see if I have some tracking. So let's make sure I have everything here. Wait. Yeah. So he launches himself up. Right. I feel like the other one was a little bit better for some reason. Just to be sure, let me double check, because I should have created the prefab before. I didn't. Ah, it's the same thing. Okay. So because I'm gonna work on like the feedbacks and animations, because most of the logic's already done, you know, kind of demonstrate a little bit. I'll play in full screen. Maybe full screen you won't be able to see everything. Let me see. Oh, I guess we will see. Yeah, so he throws a punch, carries the impact, and what we need to do now is, I think up to here, everything is fine. So he launches himself up. We gotta fix this bug too. So he's gonna come down. He launches himself up, aim at the player, and then throw the ball. So up until here, everything is fine. I would like to do like some sort of effect on his arm when he recovers the fist. So I guess we'll do that first. So it's when he's waiting for the fist. Let's work on that. And then we'll have some like random stuff to do too. So let's wrap that up first. Before responding. Do we have events for this? Don't fist exploded. No, we don't have an event for this, so we'll create one. Fist throw and fist exploded. I guess we can do an event for on fist recovered. Create 4 rivers. And then we'll do wait, what? Stop moving. Let me just double check these states that we have on this enemy because it doesn't look like it's getting out of the waiting for fist state. Today's stream will have to be a little bit shorter. Try to make up some more time next week. This week was just a little bit too busy. That's fine. It's all fun stuff. I don't like the game full screen. I at least know when I'm testing. I like to play the game full screen when I'm... Well, I should say, when I'm developing, I rather play small, so I can see everything. But when I'm actually testing the game, then I like to just go in and play the whole thing. Okay. What do we have here? So sleeping, that's fine. Aiming. Recovering. So it's when he finished recovering, essentially. Yeah, he never gets to the waiting for fist state. That's fine. So recovering, let's go for that. I think it's begin recovering. Okay, so what about seek recovering? Begin floating, attach visual to... Yeah, so we have to call it in here. Right. I lost it. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, we'll do on fist recovery. Yeah. We'll have to do basically 2 attacks. One that sort of zeroes out the transparency and the other one that builds up again. Now I don't know if I have a shader on that. Let me double check. Oh no, there's some. This is the effect. This is the actual one. So we do have. It's kind of hard to see it from here. Let me create the prefab first. Folder that I'm using. Because I'm reorganizing the project a little bit, so I built this gameplay folder where I'm putting important stuff. So here are the enemies. Let me save that into the shooters. Alright, now we can open up and we can see the whole enemy here. Okay. So let's see this arm here. Data mount. That's for the whole body, but we can do just for this. I really could create an animation for those. Yeah, let's just do an animation. So that would be animation fist thrown. So that's when he throws the fist. So that would be very, very quick. And then we'll have fist recovered, and that will be like 4. So exactly what we're see. Okay. So we'll do a manual animation, and we'll do the sprite material. No, where's sprite render material flow. Yeah, that's what we do. I don't know what the name of the variable is. Underscore fade amount. So underscore. And that we'll do a little bit faster. We'll do accelerate. Value 0. So fist. Oh, sorry. Fist drum will be 0, and then yeah. Let's do that faster. Fist. The cover. That'll be 1, and then we'll do the 0.75 again. Yeah, in both cases we gotta attach this. Okay. And this is gonna generate some errors in the inspector, which is fine. So all we gotta do now is just come here and search command has run. Save the pickup. Now what we need to do is on our Evynn we have fist thrown. We'll do fist thrown. Begin. And then we'll do fist covered. Same thing. Okay. Just make sure that the master is correct. Okay. Alright. This project is massive. A lot of files. Sometimes I get a little bit lost on all of them. Alright. So let's see. Let's see if that works, that by itself. If not, then we'll have to figure something else out. Which is also fine. But I think that will be enough. Alright. He's about to recover the fist. Let's see. Ah, it didn't work. Okay, let me see something. Fist on fist. What if we do this here? Oh, it's being called twice. What? This is the same thing twice. Okay, so we have the, hang on, we have the fist visual, which is this. Let's do through code. Well, let's do through code. Hang on. So those are the ticks. We'll do we have a feedback method? Action method, helper method. Do we not have feedback? Oh, apparently not. Well, fish methods. Well, yeah, let's have like a new region here called feedback. And that'll be, I'll just have two methods here. So private void, trigger on fist, drone, feedback. And then same thing for trigger on fist, drone, or sorry, recovered. And then we'll call them basically here. I mean, we'll do a simple thing here. If visible, we'll call trigger fist recovered. Trigger fist drop. Okay. Alright, this is a transform, right? So what we can do is we can cache this sprite render, and we can have animator settings, attack, we'll do a new region here. Wait, let me finish. So this visual sprite, and in here we'll do feedbacks, and then here we'll just say, just have a, well, we'll have a string for the first visual fade, which is fade amount. Well, and that's it. That's all we need. And then do we have? Well, we can do it in here, I guess. First visual sprite render will be first visual dot get component sprite render. Ah, no, that won't be good, because the first visual might not be what I'm thinking it is. We'll do as a serialized instead. And yeah, let's just do it like that. I think it's best. Trigger. Okay. So basically, what we gotta do here is first visual sprite render. Just make sure that this is not null. If it's not null, then we just gotta set, I guess, material. Just set float, I guess. So we'll do n. What? Yeah, name. That's what I'm trying to do. Visual. Okay, this is a terrible name. Let me rename this. Visual material fade property. And then we'll set, if it's thrown, we'll set it to 0. Now here, we'll do differently. We'll do some sort of like twinning. So I'm gonna use elaborate for this, and can we do a float transition? Yes, we can. So what do we need here? We need a material. Material float transition. What do we need here? Stop doing that. It needs the property. There we go. That's what we need. So in this visual after page property, and then we need the value. It's going to be 1, and then we'll put for duration. We just put 75 for now, and then we can organize it. And then twinning. We'll do. Sorry, no. Let's test this, and then we'll expose some properties to see if that didn't work. Because after that, well, I would also add a party position, but we don't have to do it now. After that, I think that's pretty much it for design. That would be the waiting for fifth and the recovering. Returning to sleep is also fine, I think. Or testing, but I think it's so in here we'll need, oh, it is, in this case it is the same. We'll keep it like this. Hit the, yeah, the amount. Let's see how it looks. Right, we clearly have a problem. I'll go with this, so not gonna need this. Why am I doing it? Not supposed to be here. Oh, okay. Did I do it? Did I do this wrong? Wait, what? When do we call... Call it. Begin returning to sleep. So sleeping. Oh, what? Why do we do this every frame? I shouldn't do this. Awakening. Let's see what else. Recovering, yeah. Begin awakening. Begin floating. Yeah, the rest is fine. Launch this, yeah. Okay. Did I do something wrong? I am on the setup. One. Is recover. Alright, let's see. Wait, what the? When I start the game, is it already out? Like, is the arm? Oh, sorry, is the arm in there? Yeah, it is. It's here. Ah, you can see it going away, right? Oh, that was my bad. Sorry, guys. That was supposed to be 1, and that's supposed to be 0. It's the other way around. My bad. Let's see if that works. Okay, that shows the thing. Oh, shit. Yes, okay, that's kind of what I wanted. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Yeah, that's a smoother transition. We have to fix something too, which is when we throw this drone, we disable those 2 particle effects. And when we recover, then we enable them back home. You could still see for a little bit. Maybe we'll have to wait a little bit before we enable it back on. So, alright, so here's what we'll do. So then we can kind of synchronize everything. So we'll do. We could have done this through the animation, because if the error was that I inverted the values, we could have done it, but that's fine. We'll do like this just for now, and let's just do. This. Oh, sorry. And then we wait for the same time we wait for the duration. Which in fact, what we could do is we can make this async. Because once this recovery shouldn't really exist without this shouldn't exist without this feedback, so this ground, yeah, so here, and then we can say, oh, that's regardless of this, we say await any task, wait for seconds, then we can say fifth vehicle recovery duration, then we invoke this one. And that should be the only place we talk about this. Okay. That should fix it. All right. Oh. Yeah. And then, okay, and then he activates it. Okay, that's good. I feel like this projectile is a little bit difficult to kind of. Ah, shit. Okay. Well, at least you're recovering, it's fine. So we'll just commit this. Alright, so that was one of the things that I wanted to do. The rest is kind of fine. I'll polish a little bit more later. We do have a few other things. Let me see. Yeah, the currency wide display. I did start working on the thingy, so because I had to go in a little bit, we'll do the currency display. So that is here in the player info. We'll have this, yeah, we won't do it like this now. We do have a service, I think. What was the folder that we don't need? Services, economy service, currency. I guess that would be here. That would be like a UI. What's this? Currency display. The currency definition. Do we have the icon? Yes, we do have the icon. So we'll use this one. So this is a UI with its currency. So here's the thing. I don't want the data to be fed through anything else. Like, I want the data to be retrieved rather than, like, instead of these receiving the data, I would rather have this knowing what it is. So we'll just do currency type, like that. And then I guess I can just do like oops. And then we can just say currency type. And then the stuff that we need. So we need an image. And then a text mesh pro for the text currency amount or value. Maybe that. And then we'll feed this on well, we have to do a few things. So the first thing that we gotta do is on and I think we need to override away. We'll need to override enable again. And I don't think we need to override disable. No. I'll keep it in here. We might need to use it somewhere else. Okay, so this is where we feed the data into itself. So we'll do set data or set data, yeah. Then we set it to the currency type, which we'll set in the inspector. And then here we listen to the events. So I think they're on the game manager, I think. Wallet, yes. On currency change. Then I have to create some event listeners. Event listeners. I'll do on currency. I don't know what I need here. Oh, just the currency definition and integer for the value. So, now here's the thing. I'm gonna receive all currency updates here, so we have to do a little filter. Value. I'll say if, oops, that's not what I meant to type. If currency type is different than currency type, I will just do return here. If not, we can do a little refresh here. Then here we just need to update the tax currency. We can do a better job here, like we can show the difference, like how much the player has gotten and all those things. But for now we just do value. For now, and then here we'll do private, or sorry, override refresh. And then here we'll just say image dot sprite. It's gonna be equal to. Oh, let me finish this first. I'm inclined to do this here actually. Just get rid of this. And okay, so here we'll. Do we have the currency definition here? I think we have to get it from the game manager. Do we have a get currency? That currency definition in this case. I will do. Will be currencies fine. And then we'll just call this one. Icon, I guess. Then we'll say. Okay, this is just so we get the actual icon. The icon is here too, so. We could cache in a number of ways. We'll keep it like this for now. And then... Because this is for when... This is specifically for when we load the game, where we don't have any calls to like currency change yet. And this is gonna be rare. We're gonna call this only once, so I think that's fine. Other than that, like we could get away with this, just this, I guess. Let's do sex text, and we'll do. Oh, we can get the currency definition from the wallet. Let's do that instead. guess that's the setup we need. Very simple. Right now we're calling it essences, but oh! Okay, so we need an event too, so we can trigger that particle effect. Events. Private, oh, can publish that too. Community and on currency gain or on currency increase. Because then we can trigger different sound effects. So how do we know? We have to keep track here and we only call it from here. So we'll do enter dash currency down. We'll start with 0. Here we'll do, let's say, I'll just say this, and then here we'll say if value is greater than the cash value, then we'll call on currency increase. I'll say we'll double check because sometimes it might call it being the same value and we don't want that. Cash. So we'll do on currency decrease. And then we'll say cash. Value here, so we update it, and I think that will be it. Okay. I'll call this, I'll make it this into a prefab so we can reuse it in other places. UI widget. Currency. It's missing this price, but it's fine because we can remove this and we can add what we want to add, which is this. Force refresh, we don't need to force refresh. We can have more of this. Essence, so this is our image, this is our text, and then currency increase we call play method here, which is somewhere, right? Has to. And we're calling this visual effects, not just effects anymore. And that'll be it. By default, we should already see when we play, we should already see the image in there. Unless I haven't set it up, which might be true. I don't remember if I set it up. Oh, I did. Okay, good. This is very tiny. Oh, this is so tiny. Why is it so tiny? I think it's a little bit too small, isn't it? And it's not, I can't even say that it's the bounds, because the bounds are kind of correct. You can kind of see the gradient going up to here. So I guess I just have to make this, where is it? There's a little bit bigger. Like that, maybe? Yeah, like that. So something like 73. 72. So with this, we have the UI already integrated with the currency service, which is a big deal. Now we're calling it Essence, but it might actually change because there's gonna be coins now. So. But yeah, that's gonna make this a little bigger. Yeah, that's good enough. This zero can come a little bit closer. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this though, because there's a big chance I'll need to update. Alright. Save it. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on the graphics because this might change, but overall that's it. And can we debug this? Because that would be a good thing to do. Well, I guess we could. I don't want to do anything complex for now. Can we just do on the game manager maybe? Let's do game manager. Oh, what am I? Can you just come here? Well, we'll do services. So here's the wallet. Here's what I'll do. I'll just create. Because technically what I really should do is just like either a panel for debugging or like a console in game that I can type stuff like add currency 10, stuff like that. But just so we can test this real quick, I think we can do debug and we'll do make sure that this is just for the editor. Button or button. I think it's Unity Editor, right? I'm doing this wrong, probably. Yeah, it was Unity Editor, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so button, and then we'll call it add currency, we'll do 15. Or we will do a random amount. And then we'll do collect void. Editor or debug, I'm calling it debug. Or dev, I think I'm calling that. Add currency to wallet. We'll call it add essences because we might have more currencies in the game. The possibility, right? So we'll do add essences to wallet. And then we have to say which one it is. No, but we'll do exactly the same thing just to be sure. I don't know how this actually works. I never remember those, but anyways, so we can say wallet dot add. Then we'll just do Unity engine, so random, range. We'll say something between like 3 and I don't know 37. A random number. And we'll make sure that this is for the essences, just so we can test it. Let's see. Before the currency was like a physical item, then it became something else, and now it's gonna be like a coin, but it's a currency, not an item. So it kind of changed. Regardless, like this game has been a weird journey. It's been great, but it's just like there's a lot of things that I learned and that I kind of had to redo just because now I know. But before I was just kind of, I could kind of understand what it did. Oh, so yeah, it works. I'll do just a debug here, just so I know how many essences we got, just to make sure I have it in there. So we'll do a debug.log. Adding essences. We'll do anything between 1 and 100, or yeah, 1 and 100. Are we good to test? We're not using difficulty anymore, but whatever. 48, 74, 4, oh. Yeah, having the number here would be a big thing too. So before we have the number that, because if we do add the number at the bottom to increase, we'll have to do some sort of like state, because if you get essences, then we add the little little text at the bottom saying how much you got. We have to lock it in. So if you get more, then it keeps increasing that number, and then it goes up to the actual wallet. So before I do that and deal with all those states that I don't want to deal with, let's just do like a smooth sort of addition, I guess. So how can we do this in a way that it's not annoying? I'm inclined to do like a coroutine. Coroutine. Update. Well, so we'll do it in here, and then we'll say widget effects, I guess, or feedbacks. That's a better private. I enumerator. Currency updates. Routine. Feedback. So I guess what we can do is we can say float, because it's an integer, right? So int new value and int old value, and okay, so we'll say value and then cache currency value. So we'll do that. And here we'll have to do whatever the magic will be. So we'll do. So we'll increase in here while the new value is less than the old value. Or, sorry, the other way around. This is not technically correct, I know, but I think it's best if I create a target value and then just say this is the old value, and then the target value is less than this and this, and then we'll do that. And then here we kind of do the same thing. No, sorry. We'll do an integer here. Now this will only work for increasing, but let's see how that looks, because I'm not sure of the effect. Let's see how that looks. If it looks good, then I'll patch the script so it works either when I remove currency or when I add currency. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if the value is too big, it might take a while. But even so, I think that's fine. Okay, so how do we deal with? And we need some sort of sound effect here, like, to just get that feedback. But we'll do that later. I think that's fine because, like, if the player gets like a really big amount of points, right, he's gonna want that to keep going, you know. So I think that's good. Now we just have to patch it so it fits when we spin currency. So we'll do a new method here. Just decrease a random value between 1 and the maximum amount. So that would be the maximum amount would be wallet.get, and then the actual amount that we'll do is a Unity engine random range, or sorry, just random range. There you go. Between 1 and the maximum amount we can just say here, just as a quick sanity check, if the maximum amount is 0, then we can just say debug the log no instances on wallet. Just return. But other than that, we'll do this, and then we'll do essentially this. This will be spend, and this will be spending essences. Okay. Oh, sorry. We didn't patch this script. So, we can do like a basic check, I guess. See, this is what I'm worrying about. Not worrying, but like I'm wondering about. Yeah, we'll do a simple check. So if this is not target value, right? This is current value. If new value is greater than old value. We could also do a quick check here to say, like, if new value is equal to old value, we can just break Is it break? How do we stop a coroutine? Let me Google it. I keep forgetting how to do this. How to stop a coroutine. Oh, yeah, we have to do yield break. That's how we do it. I thought calling break would suffice, but I have to do a little bit more than that. Right? So we just avoid problems here, right? And, well, we can kind of say like is going up and this, or it's not going up. And current value is greater than new value. If we say equal, no, it has to be equal. Right. I'd rather this be here. Hang on, let me just organize this. I can barely understand what's going on. Ah! There you go. Oh, sorry. Trying to make it in such a way that I can read with sort of like what the range. Okay, so if it's going up and current value is less than new value, then it's gonna keep doing this. If it's not going up and current value is greater than this, then we'll keep doing this. Otherwise, we'll just wrap it up. And we can say, we can kind of do the same thing here. Very lazy way to do this, but whatever. Current value is gonna be this plus this. Otherwise, it's gonna be current value minus. Again, I'd rather this be here. Understand what I'm actually seeing. There we go. Sometimes seeing the code like a little bit more organized helps me a lot. There you go. Do this. Do a little yield. This is just to ensure that the value, like if something happens here or I change this amount to something bigger than 1, we can kind of make sure that this is capped. Actually, we should do this here, right? So we could do like a little sanity check to see if current value is less than 0, current value is 0, or current value is no, we should do this somewhere else, not I don't think. But yeah, I wanted us to do. Let's test this first. So to do sanity check to avoid displaying wrong number. So we'll do the currency updates here. We'll give this to protein to update on the Y, and I think that's it for now. Let's test this and then we'll go from there. Oh, hello, Death Play Games. Yes, this is Unity. This is my little metric game that I'm working on. Working on some, like I created like a little interface for the currency in the game. You can think of this as being like coins in the game. And I'm just creating a little widget to display that to the player. But yeah, this is Unity. So let's test this. So if we open up our game manager, we add some currency. Let me get these on the way. So adding currency is fine. If we spend 112, 53, 6, 7, 4. Yeah, it goes a little bit fast when it's a small amount, but I think that's fine. No essence in the wallet. Yeah, so we have the sanity check here. It works. And we have an effect for when we increase the amount of or essences. I was gonna say points, but we probably need an effect for when we spend those points. Yeah. But again, it works. So what I'll do is I'll do just a sanity check in here, just to ensure that we don't display the wrong number. So it kind of depends if we're going up or not. I feel like there's a better way to do this, but my brain's not doing so hard. Let's say if it's going up and the current value is greater than the new value, then the current value is equal to the new value. And if that's not the case, if it's not going up, then we have to make sure that the current value is never below the new value. So I guess with this we can build this into one if statement. Right? Good. A little bit of a clean up in terms of these wall things here, so we can understand what this code means. Oops. Now we can actually read what it's doing. I'll do this. Alright, so if it's going up and the current value is greater, or if it's not going up but the current value is lower, then we just make sure that this is true. We could potentially remove this, and I'm actually gonna test it because technically this is no longer necessary. Let's just double check. And I guess the next step on the currency would be to make the enemies drop the currency, or other objects drop the currency, so we can actually get them in the game. One thing at a time. So I'll just update how fast it goes, so we can see if that is actually working. Here. So we're updating by 1. We'll update by 15. Let's just see how it goes. The actual value might be something like 3 or 4. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do any of this. We're testing here. Yeah, it goes a lot faster. Let's decrease the value a little bit. Well, sorry, let's test it again. Just make sure that the values never go above or below what it's supposed to be. And then I'll adjust to be actual, like, closer to what it's what it should be. Where is it? Alright, 33 plus 36, that's 129, yes. Oh, 93 again. So 93 plus 93 will be 186. 186, 192, 222, that's correct. 222 plus 32, 52. Okay, so it is working. Let's see, subtraction. 2, 3, 4. I forgot it was 252, right? Minus 18, yes, that's correct. Okay, so it is working. So now we can update with the actual values. Say 2. Let's go a little bit faster. Something else that I could do if I want to tweak the speed a little bit more, I would make floats. And then the current value would be a float, and then we always floor it. But as it goes up, you would eventually get to the point where even if you floor it, it would be the correct target. That will be like a smooth sort of curve. And we can even accelerate as it goes up, because it might take a very long time if we give player a lot of currency. But yeah. Yeah. I think that's good enough. I mean, we don't have to over-engineer this. Like, sometimes just having the basics is good enough. Yeah, the only reason we would do like some sort of velocity control is in those cases, but like, do we really care if it's 3 and then it goes to 0? I don't think we do. Let's spend our resources correctly also. So I think that is it. Let me save this and commit. So we have this in the game. So what we did was other things, UI widget currency. That's what we did. Just put that on my list too. Hang on, where is it? Alright. I think oh, hello. Oh, the music's still loud. Sorry. I'll turn it down a little bit. Oh, sorry. My bad. Is this better now? That was my bad. OBS is like they list everything, and I thought I had to turn it on everything. Just my bad. Okay. So let me see if because we got a few things going. And by the way, hello. How have you been? How is school going? Okay. So some of the things that I have to remember is the space that we got to battle those enemies. Yeah, I guess this is fine. We just did a little bit of a currency update, so we added some sort of like currency wallet to the game, and we added a little display so we can see like the currency going up. I worked on a lot of enemies, but I was actually working on some sort of like world simulation. I'll show you. Let me actually do something real quick. So, where's the enemy? Put him over here. Okay. Alright. I was working on I'm working on this enemy, but also we added like a world simulation sort of, just to bring the world back to life a little bit. Like we added grass and wind and all those things, so everything kind of interacts with the player. So if the enemy throws a fist too, you can kind of see like it reacts with the nature. And also if we get like the power up, let me equip that real quick. To get the power up, we can sort of like cut this grass too, so basically building this interaction system with everything. But yeah, we're working on this enemy. I think it's almost done. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do on this enemy, at least for now. Yeah. Let me just make sure that I have my list here so we know what we're doing. Where's my list? There we go. Yeah, so we added the recovering, sleep, math, I think projectile launch, projectile explosion, activate and deactivate. Well, let me just make sure that the deactivate is working. But I think we can call this enemy done, at least for now. We'll polish later. After that, we'll work on a new boss or something. We'll do. Oh, I don't know. It's just I'm trying to focus. Like I have a massive list, but I'm trying to focus on the stuff that is more important. Oh yeah. No, we're gonna work on a character animation. I'll show you. Let me actually, before I do that, let me show you what I mean. We will add a 2D sprite here. I'll do a square. Where is my square? So I'll do it over there. Put it over here. We'll do make this as an enemy, and then we add the combat actor. This will be our dummy. Chaos. Oops. Chaos. Reaction profile. Do you have any reaction profile? Yeah, that's fine. Runtime stats. Those things don't matter too much right now because I'm not balancing the game, but probably gonna have to organize this later. Okay, so runtime stats, combat, state machine, engagement tracker. Put it over here. Okay, and then we'll do a hit shake responder. There we go. So I will do the flash too. Hit flash or flash something. Combat flash responder. That's okay. So I'll show you what we're working on next. I'm just gonna make sure that this enemy is good enough, but after that we'll work on a special attack animation. It's the one where once we charge up, we throw a shield. No, where is it? There you go. So let's grab the thingy here. Oh, I forgot to add a red box and a collider. The box collider 2D. I think that's all we gotta do for now. Let's see. Equip that. Okay, yeah. So this is just so I can build up the meter here. So I'm just gonna build it up. Sorry, I have to update the stats. I think we have the stats that it's testing. There we go. I want the hurt box now. And the box collider. Make it trigger, link it up. That's it. Let's try again. Okay. There, so we can build up the meter. There you go. And then what we have to do is like we have to create the animation, this animation, because this is not really an animation, right? But yeah, that's what we gotta work on next. By the way, is that not going back? Should come back to the play. Okay. When you hit an enemy, it doesn't go back to the play. Alright, yeah, that's what we're gonna work on next. Let me just make sure that we say this is a dummy. And alright, so going back to this enemy. No, sorry. Down hit confirm. Alright. I think it's all in here. Let me test it at the end. Aim, launch, waiting for fist. Recovery. Yeah, it looks fine so far. Okay, yeah. It's actually correct now. Let me kill the enemy just to make sure that it goes to the correct state. Oh. I'm gonna tweak this projectile a little bit. It's kind of hard to get away from it. Death, okay, so death deactivation. Yeah, that's fine, because what we're gonna do later is just we're gonna make it go back to the ground, but for now it's fine. Yes, let's tweak the projectile a little bit, because projectile is a little bit too hard to get away. So we have it somewhere. It's enemies. Do we have the launcher here? Nah, there you go. So this is what we gotta change. So it goes up, it goes to 0.2, I think. Yeah, we'll decrease this a little bit more. And we'll make this curve a little bit like that. Just a little bit, you know. I don't want to make it too easy, but also like I don't want to be so annoying that we can have it on certain places. Yes, that's actually something that we... Well, let's test this actually. You're saying that we can use the hand to attack other enemies. I think... I mean, technically it should work. Because the way I built this is that we could do something like this. So let me put this dummy here. Put a color to it, like a... I don't know, pinkish color maybe. Put him over here. No, not pink, like let's do a greenish color. Just because I might need to detect if he's actually hitting something. So put the dummy here. Let me double check the layers that we have. So this is our projectile. Collision mask. Enemies, there you go. And I think that's all the setup we need. Okay, so I've added some effects so we will be able to test this. But technically, the fist should be able to hit all the enemies. Let's see if that works. It did hit the enemy, but it didn't cause enough damage. Right, let me double check a few things. One of those things were... I keep forgetting what the name was. Action. There. So we have chaos and chaos. Yeah, we'll make them hostile to each other. Maybe that was the problem. Let's see. If I'm gonna change the way the background ends, yes. So I don't know if we still have like I'll check if I have a scene to show you, but like the background is gonna be a lot different. This scene is just so we can test gameplay features. It's like it hits the enemy, but it doesn't seem to be causing damage. Alright, let me just see if I... Oops, sorry. Let's just see if I can get rid of the... Alright, a couple of things that I want to do. First is... Where is it? First thing that I want to do is actually update the curve again. I don't really like how it is at the moment. I'll increase it a little bit like this. Let's see. And I'll put a debug on the damage resolver. So we'll do damage resolver. What the shit? Back to damage resolver. There you go. I'll put a quick debug on each one of them. Debug the log. Just so I know what's happening to the enemies. Invalid target. I think that's it, just so I can test if this is like what's happening with the enemy hits. And then after I make sure that this works, I'll show you the backgrounds. I'm actually have to go in the water damage. So. But yeah, the next step would be to make the animation and then make the enemies drop the coins. Or maybe not the enemies, maybe just having the vases like some sort of object that you can break to get the coins. Those will be the next two things. Friendly fire. I have to check this, I think. Okay. So it goes up, and then there you go. So now they can hit each other. To make this better, and we can actually see this in action, I'll do better test, which is going to be put this dummy over here again. We'll pick up some more enemies. Where are the enemies? So we have our flying roamer. I'll put him here. And I'll decrease his movement range. So like that. So he'll be going up and down, left and right there. I'll put the... Well, actually, let's put him over here, I guess. And then we'll put the... I'll put him over here, actually. And I'll put the stone bug in here. So let's create the... there you go. That's what I was looking for. We'll put these over here. I'll sort of over here. Just so we can kind of create the bounds. Put this, oops. There you go. Put this over here. This over here. And we add another one here. And we can kind of test this. Let's see if the enemy can hit the other enemies. It's the only enemy right now that can do this. Cause yeah, it's basically it's the only enemy that actually attacks. But we do have other enemies that we'll test this with. No, thank you, man. I'm not that great, but like I appreciate it. I'll take the compliment. Thank you. Still a long road ahead, though. This game is not close to being released. Why is this guy not moving? This guy is moving. Why are you not moving? Let me reset. Did I forget to do something? Did I remove the waypoints? the path altering, which is this. Recalculate normals, reverse path. Let me do something stupid. Hang on, let me. I must have done something that broke this. I mean. Yeah, it's clearing the path at runtime. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? I mean, this shouldn't really be serialized. Let's see, waypoints. Yeah, the only place that it calls that is here. Let's try again real quick. Not sure if this is a serialization problem, but regardless, like we can still test if this enemy can hit the other ones. I'm just gonna test this real quick. I'm not gonna even do like a we'll do it like this. Alright, I know what I did. I know what I did wrong. Sorry guys, sorry. The problem is this can be this, but this has, well, not this, this one. This has to be serialized. Yeah, that was the problem. Or at least that's what I think is the problem. I wonder why it's not showing in the inspector. Maybe it's because it's struct and I'll have to... Oh, it is serializable. Oh, there. Alright, we'll do this. Let's see. Ah, sorry. Clear the path. We'll do it again. Come on, you can do this. Put this over here. Put this over here. Alright. So we got all the points here. And this should be passed on into here. Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. Okay, so let's test if... Let me place this a little bit better. So now that it's working, let me select this, put this over here. And we'll recalculate almost. Okay. Oh, great. Going inside, isn't it? Yeah, right. I'll fix that later. But yeah, let's test if we can hit other enemies. I'll need some skills here, but we'll do our best. Oh shoot! I did hit the enemy, but it didn't cause damage. Let's make sure that this guy has the correct layer, which is enemies. We'll apply that to class, and we'll do the same thing with this guy. Firebox, enemies. I think that's it. Let's test it again. If that works, then we have the enemy or the combat layer basically working properly, which it should. Been working on that for quite a bit of time. So. Okay, let's try again. Ah! Come on. Damn it. Ah, there you go. So yeah, it works. Come on. Damn it. He also hit me and the enemy, but that's fine. I don't know why this guy is getting inside the walls. I thought that wouldn't happen. Yeah, debugging this is gonna be a nightmare. I already know that, but we'll see. We'll see what it tells us. it's not flipping the character, which is not a good thing. Because it should flip the character. Yeah, it should rotate. That's why it's doing this, but okay, I'll fix that later. It might be something that I did wrong. Wait, so okay, sorry, just wanted to do that. Forgot I could do this. Let's test something. Sorry, just wanted to test a few things on comment. So it seems to be working. Okay, so how do, like, what did I do wrong? Because last time it was working, but I remember I had to rotate the enemy. Waypoint count, are we actually... normal? Rotate to path. Maybe the square's direction is wrong. That could be it. Although the square direction shouldn't dictate that. When he touches the square, he'll rotate 10 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He stopped. He should stop for a bit, rotate, and then continue. Maybe rotating the wrong direction. Yeah, because it's going the other way, right? Yeah, you might be right. How do I... Oh, how do I figure out which... Oh, target angle. I'm gonna make... I'll put a debug here, just so we can make sure that the target angle is correct. Target angle. Oops. Although I might have... Oh. If that's true though, like we could technically reverse direction. We'll see. Play. Oh. Yeah, it does stop to rotate, but it's rotating to the wrong rotation. 0. You know what it might actually be? You see, like, it's not exactly 0. What that tells me is that when we go into this, it says 89. Well, it should have been minus 90. And then here should be 180. And over here, yeah. So that might be what is actually going on. But if that's true, technically, so the normal is 1 and 0. Yeah, that's correct. 0 and 1. Okay, so this normal is wrong. So the problem is actually with the path. So let me... So let's see the normal. So the normal is for the element 0, which is this, is 0.7, 0.7. That kind of makes sense. 0.7 negative, 0.7 negative, 0.7 negative, so 0.7, 0.7, 0.7. We'll manually change this. We'll do 0.7. 0.7 minus 0.7 minus 0.7 minus 0.7 plus 0.7 minus 0.7. Now, this doesn't tell me the normal of this direction here. One. Now, I shouldn't have to do this granular refinement, but we'll see. If that's a problem, then I might just, on the tools that I'm building, I might just do like the snapping thingy. So it makes my life a little bit easier. Ah, yeah, that's... It was the normals. It's fine for now, but I'm probably gonna need like a tool to help me with this. Because otherwise it's gonna be a nightmare. Having to perfectly align everything. The rotating speed is a little bit too high, man. Yeah, 9. Yeah, that's better. Okay, yeah, it works. Okay, so now let's just check if the... Oh, shit. How am I gonna hit that enemy? Ah! Almost! I could have made something a little bit easier for me to do. Let's try again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Quick, quick, quick. Yes. Alright. We can do this. Oh, we missed it. I have to do a little bit... maybe here. Come on. There you go. Ah! My mistake. Try again. So if we come here, I have to wait a little bit more. Come on. There we go. We can do this. Oh shit. Timing is not perfect. Ah! Should have done this one. Maybe with a dash. By the way, the projectile, I think now it's fine. It kind of follows me, but it's not that aggressive anymore. It's still aggressive, but not that much. Not to a point where it becomes super... Oh, what did I do? I don't know what I done, but can I put this enemy over here? I think that will be a better solution to this. It's gonna come up to here, so put him over here. Right. We'll test this. If that works, then we're good to go. Come on. There we go. Okay, it works. Yeah, I think we got it. I think the enemies are working, they interact with each other. One of the things that we can do... Oops. One of the things that we can do on the... on this enemy here, the stone bug, is we can make him interact with the vines. I forgot how I did that for this. Let me see. Did I add it over here? It's like a component. Yeah, that's what I did. me copy this, and I think we can just add this to the stone bug. Like that. No, make sure we're using the stone bug stuff. Like that. And yeah. Let's test this, see if that works. But yeah, it's good now because we can have everything integrated. Like all systems kind of talk to each other. And you know, it makes the game feel a little bit more alive. Okay, I can see there's like a little bit of action here. Not too much, but a little bit. I'll increase it a little bit more. Couldn't really see a difference here, to be honest. Maybe because it's on the default layer. I keep forgetting that this shouldn't be the case. This has to be on the enemies layer. I have to do those things properly, you know. Enemies, and I keep forgetting. There we go. Test this now. No hits. Why is that? He's on the default layer, so that's actually not. Oh, there you go. Now it actually works. Right, so I'll copy this, paste it as the values, and let's test now. Oh, those setups sometimes are a little bit annoying. Which is why we create prefabs, right? Because once we do this once and then basically don't have to worry about this again. Yeah, there you go. You can see the slight movement on this. Alright, yeah, good. That's good enough. We might tweak and polish the values a little bit, but we'll leave that for a later date. If it already interacts with the grass and everything else. and enemies can hit each other, and Atlas can kill the enemies. You know, we've got a pretty solid system, and everything kind of everything kind of interacts with everything. So yeah, all right. I think that's it for today. A little bit of shorter stream, I know, but I've got some other work that I have to do. Tomorrow we'll come back with the animation for the power-up, and we'll do the enemies dropping currency. I'll think about it. I don't know if enemy should drop currency or it should be some other object. I'll think about it. And we'll do those two things tomorrow, and I'll on live stream. And I might do some other work off stream. Some more work that requires a lot of debugging. I'm doing it off stream because it's a little bit of a pain and not that fun to watch. So. But anyways, that's it for today. Thank you everybody that tuned in and interact and you know, spend time with me. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. And the cool thing is, like, we're closer and closer to a demo, so you might have something to play at the end of this journey. So yeah, exciting stuff. That's it. Thank you everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.